This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, if you look behind me, MULN stays on the threshold list. Okay? It's absolutely crazy. Day in, day out, week in, week out, MULN is on the threshold list. Yet the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI sees no reason to start an investigation into fraud and corruption. Let's say you were the borough commander of Brooklyn. You're a police officer, you're the borough commander of Brooklyn, and every day you looked at the crime report and there was crime in Brooklyn Heights. Every single day, Brooklyn Heights was at the top of the crime list. If you were interested in reducing crime in Brooklyn Heights, what would you do? You would increase your resources. You would increase your officers in Brooklyn Heights in order to keep the crime down. But if you were not concerned with the crime in Brooklyn Heights, you would act like that report that was coming out day in, day out, week in, week out, showing that Brooklyn Heights was having a big spike in crime. You would ignore it. You would ignore it because you're not concerned about the crime in Brooklyn Heights. But if you were concerned, you would allocate resources to find out why the crime in Brooklyn Heights was so high. And the fact that MULN stays on the threshold list every single day, every single week, every single month, yet the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI don't see any reason to investigate it, tells me they're not concerned about the crime and the fraud and corruption in MULN. And you guys know why. Because the majority of people who are losing money because of their failure to protect the market, retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. You guys know what I think. I think they just stopped putting AMC and GME on the threshold list. Whoever runs it was ordered not to put AMC and GME on the threshold list, else they would be there every single day, every single week, every single month, just like MULN. And in my opinion, this is further evidence of the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. You think if MULN stayed on the threshold list in South Korea, in Japan, in Europe, in China, do you think there would be an investigation? Of course there would. The only place these criminals can get away with this type of behavior is in the United States of America. This is the only place where the richest people on the planet can rob and steal from retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules in broad daylight with no consequences whatsoever. But I believe justice is coming. I believe if Trump puts some people in office who care about enforcing the securities rules, we're going to see some major changes in the United States stock market, and we're going to see a lot of bad actors being held accountable for what they've been doing to us over the last 4 years. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that if they wanted to stop the fraud and corruption in the stock market, would they be investigating when you see a company on a threshold list day in, day out? Anyway, Have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.